Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are here at Worst Case Scenario Podcast. We are going to cover the UFC 308 pay-per-view today that will be on in about just a little over an hour and 20 minutes. With me, I'm Phil, your host. Joining from Parts Unknown, we got D'Lo. Say what up, D'Lo.
What up? Hey, I got the hat on today, so Phil can't clown on the head. So
I didn't clown on it. Makai did last time. Makai said look like a bottle went up on your head.
No, it's just clown.
Bennett is not here. He may join up in the conversation in the text. We don't know. He's playing Family Man today, and it's a job that he's not used to, like Kamala Harris playing Vice President.
That's right.
He doesn't really know what he's doing. So, but dude, we got a big pay-per-view today. D'Lo, it's over there in Abu Dhabi is where the pay-per-view is being held today. We got a main event of Topuria versus Max Holloway for the UFC featherweight title. I think I made it known in the last.
Go ahead and read off the main card. I'll be right back in like 2 seconds, man.
Okay, so for the featherweight title, as I said, we have Ilya Topuria versus Max Holloway. With Topuria being the champion, 15-0 versus Max Holloway, 26-7. We also have in the co-main event, we have Robert Whittaker, 27-7 record, taking on Khamzat Chimaev, 13-0 for his record. We also have, man, this is where it gets, D'Lo, gets bad because you're trying to pronounce some of these guys' names. We do have
I just enjoy watching Phil try.
Yeah, we have a featherweight matchup between LeBron Murphy, who is 14-0-1, taking on Dan IG, 18-8. We have a middleweight of one of D'Lo's favorites. What did you call this guy? The one-eyed guy.
What are you talking about? Bisbing? The one? Oh no. You're talking about the yeah, his name, they call him Bullet, but what was his nickname, man?
Bullet would be his nickname.
Is that what it is? I thought that was his last. I thought that was like part of his name or something.
Shara Magomedov.
Yeah, they call him Bullet.
With one eye, taking on Arman Petrosyan, 9-3, in a middleweight contest. And with one other fight, we got Magomed. Man, these guys' names are hard. It's a light heavyweight matchup. Guy is 19-1-1, taking on Alexander Rakic, who is 14-4. But really, we go right to the top of this because that's what everybody really cares about. We're talking about Topuria. We're talking about Holloway. We're talking about the UFC featherweight title. Now, some people are like, why is Holloway getting another shot at the title? Well, Holloway is still one of the best fighters in the world. He is on a three-fight win streak. With his last wins coming off of Arnold Allen. Was that the Korean? Chan Sung Jung, and then Justin Gaethje. And that Justin Gaethje was raw dog, man. The way he did Justin Gaethje, the way he did. What is your Holloway and him getting a shot at Topuria in this title?
Well, I mean, if McGregor's not in it, who's somebody that everybody recognizes, and it'd be Max, man. Max is there. I know that Max isn't going to sell near as many pay-per-views as McGregor, but at the same time, Max is a name, and people do love Max, and so sometimes you just got to put a guy that's going to be a name on the card, man. And don't get me wrong, I think that Max has earned his way back up to the top, but I feel like Topuria is going to probably beat him tonight, man. So
you got to look at it. Max has three losses that he, I'm saying, over the span of however many years, he has 3 losses, and they're all to the same man, Volkanovski.
All 3 of them?
All 3 of them were, yeah. And Volkanovski is the man that Topuria literally destroyed to take the featherweight title. and it wasn't even close over
So
that.
so I guess my question would be if Max hadn't lost to Volk, um, I mean, would we be talking about Max being in the top, like, as far as one of the GOATs?
I think Max is still one of the. I mean, when you think about Max Holloway has been in the UFC for 10 plus years. He has
Mhm.
dominated at times that division. And every time that somebody says he's down, that dude has clung the rungs back on
Oh,
that
yeah,
ladder, pulled himself back
yeah.
up to the top. Now, when we're talking about
And
Taporia,
and honestly, man, he hasn't taken, the kind of punishment that a lot of other fighters that have been in for this kind of time have taken. He hasn't gotten his face beaten in, and he hasn't went unconscious, like, numerous times and things like that, man, so, it's
some of
one
the
of those
guys,
deals, like, you look at Tony Ferguson, dude, I mean, he just goddamn, dude,
yeah.
it hurts to watch anymore, you know?
Well, you remember at that one time he had 12 fight win streak. 12 fight win
Yes,
streak.
yeah,
I think he has a
and
close to
and
being
it
a
and it
12 fight
really
win
did
streak now.
it really did feel like at that time that Khabib was dodging him, man, like, they were set up to fight, like, 4 times,
Yeah.
so
But on Taporia's climb up to winning the UFC title, he beat some guys like Bryce Mitchell. He beat Josh Emmett. And then, of course, dethroning the champion who was pretty dominant at that time, Alexander Volkanovski. So Taporia, he's 15-0. He some of his ways from before those last 3 fights, he beat some guys that weren't really upper echelon. But when you look
Mhm.
at Max Holloway, when you look at the guys, like I said, he's on a 3 fight win streak from beating Gaethje, Sung Young, and Arnold Allen. Before that, he had lost Alexander Volkanovski. Before that, he had beat Yuri Rodriguez, and he'd also beat Calvin Kattar. And then he lost the fight before that. He had lost to Alexander Volkanovski twice. And then you go back to that, he
Yep.
beat Ricky Edgar, and then Holloway had lost to Dustin Poirier. That's when he tried to move up and battle for the lightweight title. And then before that, Holloway had won. Oh my God. He had won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 fights in a row, beating guys like
Hol
Ortega,
Yep.
Jose Aldo twice, Anthony Pettis, Ricardo Lamas, Jeremy Stevens, Charles Oliveira, Cub Swanson, Cole Miller.
Yep.
As you see, the list goes on and on. The last fight that he
Yeah,
lost
that's
before
a
that was Conor McGregor. That's how far back it goes. So
Max lost to Connor?
Max lost to Conor. See if there was a date on this. 2013, August 17th, 2013. Conor had knocked out Mac. Did he win by knockout? No, it was a unanimous decision. Conor had beat Max Holloway. Max Holloway went on a 13-fight win streak that went from 2014 January until he lost his next fight, which was 2019, April 13th. So he
I mean,
went,
that's pretty
yes,
yeah.
racking up 13 wins and also winning titles along the way. So I mean, that's surely impressive. He
Yeah.
had won
Yep.
the I'm trying to see what these if they had he beat Pettis to win the UFC title, but I don't know what weight class it was. It doesn't say. I'm assuming that it was the featherweight title. He beat Pettis, and then he defended it. But until he lost to Dustin Poirier in 2019, now since then, like I said, he's only lost since Conor. He's only lost to 2 men, Poirier and Volkanovski. That's it. I
Hell
feel
yeah.
like there's still gas left in the tank for Holloway, and I think tonight he has a very good shot, and I'm picking him to pull the upset over to Poirier and win that title
I
again.
I definitely feel like this is probably Max's last run. I mean, if he doesn't pull it off tonight, I don't know that the UFC can justify not giving some of these younger kids a shot. I mean, don't get me wrong, he could probably still beat a lot of these younger kids, but I mean, when you get to the top and you're just holding the top hostage, but you can't get over that hump, they've got to figure out a way to move around you. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, but when they're moving guys up and he's beating them, why doesn't he keep getting a title shot if he is the man taking these guys out, taking these young cats out?
well, we'll see how it plays out, man. I mean, like you said, I believe that Max is probably still one of the baddest dudes around. But I'm
Guaranteed.
picking Topuria. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. But I'm still picking Topuria tonight, and then that leaves the question: is that the downfall of Max? Does he start to decline from there? And I can't say for sure that that's going to happen either. I just I just don't know that he can still, if he can get over that hump tonight, man. We'll see, man.
Well, was this the case?
I won't be disappointed if he wins. I just feel like Topuria's got a little bit of the edge, man. So.
Well, was this the case, though? This is what I want to know. Was this the case of Volkanovski maybe having Max Holloway's number? Fighters have that. They have this one guy that they seem to struggle against and just can't get the win. Is that the case when Volkanovski had his number? Because we've seen what Topuria did to Volkanovski, and it was not pretty. I mean, I think he got him in the second round. Oh, see, Bennett's on there. He's under the
one of those things. I mean, it's like Adesanya when he fought Pereira up until he finally got over that hump with him. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those deals that can. But I mean, like you said, Volk just may have fucking Max's number, but we'll see, man. Because I mean, I feel like Topuria is gonna try to follow the same kind of game plan that that Volk has followed in beating Max, and he's going to wrestle him a lot. He's going to take him to the ground. He's going to lay all over him. He's going to wear him down on the ground, and so we'll see if that's enough.
Bennett chimed in on the chat. He's under the worst case scenario. He's chatting on his phone, and he put, "I'll say this as I best can. He is old and done, and I love Max." That is from Bennett. Max is older. He is on the older side, but it's those guys that you think are done and they're old and they have the most to prove. They have a chip on their shoulder because people are saying that they're old and that they're done. I just feel like maybe Volkanovski just had his number.
This is coming from the guy that's hanging on to a prayer that Conor McGregor can come back and still be even a little bit of what he once was.
I don't even know why you bring up Conor McGregor in this. We'll see. We'll be talking a lot of Conor the beginning of next year when he fights. But yes, Conor McGregor is just entertaining. Max Holloway, Bennett had posted in Wonder Boy. I don't know why he said Wonder Boy. We're not talking Stephen Thompson.
I think he's talking about Stephen Thompson, but
is his fingers drunk? Bennett got drunk fingers, just shouting out random stuff with his fingers. I'm not sure, but
I thought he just got back from breakfast. Did they have bottomless mimosas there, or what? You know what I'm saying?
He put Conor versus Tyson.
That's probably honestly going to end up happening. Tyson came out this week and said that if he beats Jake Paul, that he's not done fighting. And I could see that lining up Mike Tyson versus Conor McGregor. I think that Conor McGregor would probably say that he's got a lot more respect for Tyson than to beat his ass. But if Tyson comes out talking shit, Conor will accept it probably.
Well, hell, it's a payday. And in the end, Conor McGregor is all about paydays. So, but no,
I mean,
I feel like if Holloway can come out and do what he's done in some of those, like if he can come out and treat Topuria the way that he did Gaethje, it's game over. But in the same, if Topuria comes out,
he surprised Gaethje.
He does Volkanovski.
I think he surprised Gaethje with the fact that he was willing to stand up with Gaethje, and because I think Gaethje expected him to come and take him down because Gaethje had them nasty hands too, man. I mean, he still does. He's got that knockout punch, man. So I think he expected Max to come and take him down, and Max stood with him, and then Max lured him in there at the end and fucking just dropped him. That was awesome.
Okay, that's what Bennett said. He was talking about old fighters that's done. Wonder Boy, Max, and go ahead and throw in. What's his name? We talked about him earlier. The dude that's probably on a 12-fight losing streak.
Tony.
Yeah, Tony Ferguson. Those guys are, but I don't think Max is done. You don't come out and do what you did to Gaethje and say that this guy's done. No,
well, you can't deny that Gaethje was probably winning that fight, and Max just landed one, dude. I mean, you can't say that he did any. He landed a good punch, man. I mean, he lured him in. He outsmarted him, but he didn't show anything that said this dude's still got it, for the next fucking year or 2 or 3 or whatever he decides to fight, man.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the other co-main event, the middleweight fight. We got Robert Whittaker taking on Khamzat Chimaev. Chimaev's undefeated.
Yeah.
Who you taking?
Unfortunately, man, I'm a Whittaker fan, but unfortunately, I'm taking Khamzat or Kamchav or whatever the fuck you want to call him.
So you think Whittaker don't have a chance in this fight?
No, I don't. I don't believe that Whittaker's got a chance in this fight.
Wow.
Chimaev's gonna use the same strategy that Khabib used to use, where it's you just get them down and you lay on them and you waller them and they get exhausted and this and that. And Whittaker has always been a dude that wants to stand on his feet and fucking bang. And I don't see Whittaker having a shot in this one. Chimaev's going to just continue to take him down. Every time Whittaker goes to throw a overhand or something, Chimaev's going to shoot on him and take him down, man.
Well, if you look back, let's see. Bennett saying, "Come shot what? Hair lip, come shot." That's what he's calling him. Yes, the guy does have some major issues. When you look at why does Whittaker have this title shot? Well, he beat goddamn.
This isn't a title fight. This isn't a title fight.
No, not a title. But like getting to this fight, how did he get there? He beat Paulo Costa by decision. His last loss for Whittaker was that loss to Duplessis. That was his last loss. That was the number one contenders. And then he came out and he KO'd trying to say this guy's name. Ikarim Alice Karab. Do you know who this dude is?
I don't think so.
The guy's 15-2. He's a Sambo expert. And Whittaker knocked him out.
It's obvious that he's Russian. He's in that Sambo.
Yes, he's a middleweight from Russia, man. I remember when that fight did happen and he knocked him out. He's also got some recent wins over Vettori. So, and then his last fight, Melvin Vettori, Marvin Vettori, however you want to say it. And then he had lost not too long ago to Adesanya when he had a title fight back in 2022. Now, Chimaev, this guy has trying to go back and see his win-loss record. Hold on. I want to see who all he's beaten recently. Let's see. Doesn't have it up on there. It's been a while since he's fought Chimaev.
Yeah.
They've said that they've offered he's turned him down.
Yeah.
They said.
Well, I think he was having some visa issues. He couldn't couldn't come into the United States for some reason. That's why they're fighting. I think that's why he took the fight in Saudi Arabia. I think he's a dual citizen over in them
Well, his
United
last win
Arab
was over.
Emirates.
He beat Kamara Usman October last year. Beat him by decision. He beat Kevin Holland by submission in 2022. He beat Gilbert Burns by unanimous decision in 2022. Jingling,
Yep.
2021. So, but I remember when he did fight for a minute there, he had fought like 4 times in 1 year. They were raving about him. They said this was the new hot guy. He was threatening to kill Connor and all this. We got IU up 14-0. Now, damn. Down up 14-7, Bennett says. They should put a Ukraine fighter versus a Russian fighter. That would draw. This is all from Bennett on the thing. Then he said PEDs. So he's all over the board right now. He's talking about the IU game. He's talking about Russian fighters, Ukraine fighters, and PEDs.
What's that Notre Dame score?
Let me see. I would ask him, but he's not probably paying attention to that right now. Let's see. 21-7 in the second. Notre Dame's up.
So the other night, PFL had a card, and Ngannou came back, and he beat his opponent. I had texted a buddy of mine and told him, I said, put all your money on Ngannou and Cyborg. I said those two are going to dominate tonight. He ended up hitting a couple $100 on those fights. So, Cyborg and Ngannou are back. Really, those were the main picks for the card tonight. The Chimaev and Whitaker and
there was a couple other ones I wanted to talk to you about. On that card, we got Alexander Rakic, who's 14-4, taking on Magomed Anna Kalau.
Is this that bullet dude?
No, this is a light heavyweight.
Okay.
You got Magomed, who was 19-1-1, taking on Alexander Rakic, who's 14-4. Rakic is the underdog at plus 270. So then you got a matchup that's not any Middle Eastern people or anything like that. You got LaRon Murphy, 14-0-1, taking on Dan IG, who's 18-8. Who do you think is going to win out of that? That's England versus United States over in Abu Dhabi. Who are you picking there?
I'm going to take the first guy.
LaRon Murphy.
Yep.
Dan IG's he's a battler. That dude has battled. I think I'm going to take him.
I'm sure this is, with that other guy being a 14-0. I'm sure this is probably a step up in talent for him to see if he's capable of moving up into the top 15 or top 10 or something like that. So
yeah. And then do you think that Magomedov Bullet, the one-eye fighter, 14-0, do you think that he can beat the Armenian in Arman Petrosyan?
Yeah, I'm picking Bullet, man. I like that little dude.
I agree. I'm gonna have to go with you. That is, I'm gonna have to take that guy. We got some in the pre-fights right now. We got Jeff Neal taking on Rafael Dos Anjos, getting ready for the pre-fight right now on there.
Oh shit! I need to get in there and watch that shit. Is it Rafael Dos Anjos?
Yeah.
I'll probably take Jeff Neal in that fight, man.
Yeah, they're doing the walkouts right now. Jeff Neal is 15-6. Rafael Dos Anjos is 32-16. Good Lord.
Oh yeah.
He's got
he's fought a lot, man.
Jeff Neal. but he also has 10 more losses than him.
Yep. So
yeah, a lot of foreign fighters on this tonight. Like I said, the main matchup, like I said, is Holloway and Topuria, and then to see Khamzat, Chimaev, and Robert Whitaker. Like I said, that's a good main event, co-main event right there.
Yeah, oh yeah, I think it's not a bad card. I mean, it's another example that they've got to throw at least a couple of decent fights on a card when McGregor or somebody like that's not on there for it to draw. You know how it goes when a McGregor fight happens. When a McGregor fight happens,
go ahead.
What's that? Oh, when a McGregor fight happens, his card always sucks, man. The rest of the card sucks.
Yeah, so. Bennett saying PFL is jank for old fighters, Max and Wonder Boy in PFL. That he said Phil shouting out names is hilarious, like Ali as a ring announcer.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Shit.
No,
I honestly could see because I think they're pretty much determined that Tony Ferguson's not going to fight again in the UFC, and I could see that stupid motherfucker trying to go over to like bare knuckle or something to try to fight, man. And he's gonna get.
That's the last place Tony Ferguson needs to be is bare knuckle.
Yeah, he's gonna get his brain rot.
His fucking head.
Yeah. So.
But
anyway, man,
set up for that.
What's that?
I was trying to see if Tony Ferguson has another fight set up.
I don't think he does, but I thought that they said that he still had fights remaining on his contract. But Dana White was like, I can't fucking morally do this anymore, man. So
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like abuse at this point.
It's bad, man. I mean, you're putting the guy's health in danger at this point. So, but anyway, man, we're a half hour in, so we should probably call this, man. It was supposed to be just a quick thing, and that's where we're at. So I'm gonna go watch the rest of this UFC card. I'm in the other room where it's not on the TV. So I'm gonna go watch this shit.
Just he wanted to let you know, D'Lo must wear a hat from now on. That's what he said.
Yep, I got you.
Well, I'm gonna go check out the rest of the IU game and watch the Notre Dame game. And Bennett, I said one last word. He said Ferguson versus GSP to the death. He wants to see him fight to the death.
That's pretty sick.
But all right, well, thank you for tuning into this. We're going to sit back and watch the fights later on today and see who wins and see if our predictions came true or not. And so, anything else you want to say to them before we head out, D'Lo?
I mean, in my opinion, if you wanted to throw a good parlay out there, throw it on Topuria and Chimaev, but you got the complete opposite opinion. So I'm not really going to throw a guaranteed bet up.
Hey, you want to throw a little bit of money to try to win some money? Throw it on Holloway and throw it on Whitaker to pull an upset. Make you some money.
Phil's lost a lot more than he's won. Y'all have a good one.
All right. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We'll see you back on this Wednesday. This has been another edition of the Worst Case Scenario.